I've never done this before. I'm on the bus going to a place that I've never been, and I'm with someone that I don't even know. And now we're going to the other side of town to film a music video. The artist had a vision for a music video, and I'm here to bring it to life. This was fun because the city became our potential. Every corner became a possible place to shoot. Earlier on today, we just shot at a river near the train station. Now finally we arrive at this castle, this big beautiful building on the university campus. I'm trying to make sure the lighting is at a good angle. At the same time, I'm holding the camera with a power bank just all surrounded. This is all held together by a broken tripod. And the thing is, camera's not even mine. I had borrowed it from the university. So right now the artist is getting into position and I'm over here with like my cheap setup. I'm kind of strangled by all the wires around me. I'm making sure the power bank's not running out and the ring light is on the right setting at the right angle, and I gotta make sure that the settings on the camera are all good to go. But I'm glad, even though my setup is cheap and all over the place, I'm glad that I didn't let that stop me from creating. Before, I would let these excuses stop me from creating because I thought that I needed to have the best thing. I needed to have the right moment, the right situation before I can even create. Is that I needed the best camera before I could even start shooting. And that wasn't helpful. These doubts that I had and overthinking didn't help me because I'm at university. I'm learning filmmaking. I'm learning this arts. However, all of this theory that I'm learning doesn't help me if I don't go outside and make films. Me taking action even though I'm not good enough or I don't have the best equipment or ooh, I'm an introvert. Me taking action even though I have these excuses in my mind is the reason why we're on this shoot to begin with. It was only last week that I had met this artist that I'm now making a music video for. I was getting a train and there was this coffee shop that I had never been to before. I go in, the barista compliments my voice and asks if I made music. And the thing is, I did make music, but I was too shy to talk about it, to show my work. I was too shy. I have a song, but I procrastinate. I delayed putting that song out there on Spotify. I was too scared to talk about my music, so I told him that I didn't make music and that I was just a filmmaker. He tells me he makes music, so while I'm waiting for my coffee, I check out his Spotify and I respect the passion he's shown just on the Spotify page. He comes over to the table to give me my coffee, and now here we are. 1 week later, we just got off the bus and now we're gonna shoot the final scene for this music video. The music video turned out okay. He even helped me get my first song out onto Spotify. And despite being naturally introverted, I'm glad that I put myself out there. Before I would think about the best time to start, the perfect situation to shoot, but I realized that there is no perfect moment apart from right now. I'm studying filmmaking at university and I'm seeing other students struggle with their body of work, their resume, their portfolio, their thing to show others what they work on. The reason why I think students are struggling to show people work that they're proud of is because they only do creative things during lessons. They only work on creative things, they only write, they only make films when it's for a deadline, when the teacher tells them to do so. But when it comes to their passions, the things that they enjoy, they would happily put it off for next week, tomorrow, when the time is right. So if you're only learning because of a lesson, because of homework set out to you by a teacher, then I don't believe in you. I started uni late because you know the story, I dropped out of high school twice. So I've seen people who have graduated, the people who are about to graduate, and a common problem that people have once they get to graduation, once they get that piece of paper, is that they feel a bit of emptiness. They have this feeling of, oh, that's it. Because they put all of their attention, all of their eggs into university. They thought that the creative work, the films, the project that they did for university, they thought that that was enough. The learning and the creative tasks given to them by their lecturers, they thought that that was it. That was more than enough to get their career off the ground. I've seen it with students where they rely solely on the projects given to them by university, that once they finish, they don't do any creative things anymore because they don't know how to give themselves projects to do. They're used to the teacher giving them projects. So when it comes to them giving themselves projects, that's when they become lost. And that's how it happens when the last time someone was creative was 5 years ago because of a university project. And ever since graduation, they have not been creative. They have not made any projects for themselves. And that scares me when the last time that I was creative was because of a uni lesson, because I had to give something in for a uni project, because a lecturer told me to do so. What I'm telling you is to not skip lessons, is to not drop out of uni, but you cannot rely on uni. For uni, there are the projects that you have to do, the creative projects, but more importantly, there is your own learning, your own passion, your own interest, and you gotta learn on top of university. You can't just rely on the university path. You gotta do the extra learning on top of it. So that's how I'm trying to avoid the fear of being like those other students who had their best years of their lives of learning at uni. That's something that scares me, so I want to make sure my own learning, not the learning in the lessons and education, but my own learning and development, I gotta prioritize that. I gotta put more attention, more effort into this, and I do so by building with my interest first. What I mean by building with my interest first is I create opportunities for myself, bringing my vision to life. Whatever it is for you, for me, it's writing, making films, making YouTube videos. When I'm making the film, that's the vision. And then I get the help from other students, the actors and actresses that I've met on this journey. I'm bringing people in because I don't like socializing in the normal sense of going to the club or just hanging out. And what's cool about it for me is that while I'm working on my vision, and this is so fun in itself, the vision and then working with other people. And then it just so happens, as a bonus, the film, the creative project is just a result, the side effect of the purposeful things, of bringing my vision to life while also bringing people together. The film we make is just a bonus to the main thing, which is being on my purpose. So why am I talking about creativity and university when this video is about talking to girls? What if you didn't care about getting rejected? What if you didn't care about the bitchy things that your co-workers are saying about you? What if you live your life without the expectations of your parents? This might sound backwards, but the reason why I'm telling you to chase your purpose, to chase the things that interest you, is because you care about other people's opinions and you care about that person looking at you a bit weird, or you just care about getting rejected by girls because you don't have anything else going for you. What if the next time you get rejected by a girl, you don't act emotional simply because you have other things to care about? Whether it's that business you've been putting off, that clothing brand you said you're gonna make, or that YouTube channel that you've been wanting to do for years now. Right now, you're giving too much attention on what if that girl rejects me and what if I'm not good enough? Maybe I'll go to the gym for 6 more months and then I'll talk to her. Like, you're giving so much attention to these doubts, to these possible things that could go wrong. By the time you overthought these different horrible scenarios where the girl rejects you and also kills you and also puts it on TikTok, So put your interests first, so you don't care about other people's opinions or you don't care about getting the girl's attention. So when you do get rejected, you don't stay sad. You move on because you have bigger things to worry about. What I notice is that people find it hard to move on from a girl's rejection when they have nothing else going for them. So when you put your purpose on top, you stop caring about getting girls' attention